everyone, Joshua Hanlon here at Nebraska Brick Days, and as you can tell around me is the Great Ball Contraption layout. So we'll be talking with several different builders about their modules, and so we'll start off right here with this Great Ball Drop and this Egyptian module. If you want to introduce yourself, and we'll take a look at what we have.
Yeah, I'm Denise Wally.
And what all did you bring for us here?
Well, this one is the drop from the bridge so that we can walk under without having to bend over.
Always very important.
Yes, and it's a good use of brick separators. And then the next one is it can either be self-contained or it can be part of the group. It's the Tomb of King Rootin' Tootin', which is one of my favorite skits from the Three Stooges. And I also love Egyptian stuff, so it's just basically a simple conveyor and then a maze of gravity down, and you can flip the ramp either to be self-contained or to go along. This is a Brick World module from, I think it's 2019 or 2018, can't remember. It's just the ball dumper, and I turned it into Anubis because I like the Egyptian theme. This next one is Akiyuki Zigzag Stairs. And I used a little different coloration. I used the coral because I use this for World of Lights because the coral fluoresces really nicely in the UV lights. The next one is the brick pump. That was also a Brick World one. I made the pump a little bit higher, and then using PV Production xylophone keys, I build the xylophone. I call it Pump Up the Music.
That's awesome, so you can actually hear it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get it as it goes by, but very cool.
Okay. Yeah, and then this is just a little one that I built, and I actually right now cannot remember where I got it. It might have been Matt Norman. I'm not really sure. It's just a little wheel. The next, I think, is another Akiyuki, which is another stepper type, but I liked it because it makes it look like it's going upriver. So it's a tropical river. This next one is a reservoir, so in case we need to stop things to fix something, we can turn the switch and it will not run, and it has a big ball bin, and then when we're done we can turn it back on. And then the next one is John Tooker, so
okay, we'll move on to the next builder then here. So are these your modules over here?
I've got a few here and there. So that's Eric's down there, I'll speak for him. But yeah, that's a nicely decorated castle module with a nice wheel that takes in a bunch of balls and dumps them out. Guess it goes into a workshop module. And I'm not sure who did the Plinko machine, but it's a fun one to see if the balls will get into the basket or not. Then we have another workshop module, followed by a serpentine module by Brian Alano and Lowry George. Then I made a Mako module that's the smallest kind of stepper you can get. And that goes into another decorated workshop module that will pump the ball up, take it down over here, and dump it in to the next person's module. You want to take over, Val?
Oh, sure. One module I will point out that's not functioning right is the scissor fork. It's a plan we got off a plan at GBC, and unfortunately there's some design flaws in it that we need to work out. But it's fun to watch when it's going. But I'm going to direct your attention to the auger here. I grew up on a farm, and augers were one thing that I used to love messing with, and so we had to do one out of Lego. And so it's done very well. It comes to a corner ball pump here. But this is our masterpiece here. This has actually been a showstopper. It comes with two elements. I did the mechanics of this, and my friend Jeremy Jensen did all the magnificent artwork and lighting that you see here. There's just so much going on with the scenery. But what we have is a unique creation here that I've never seen anywhere else. We have basically a double drawbridge that feeds vertically or horizontally into these crates, and it takes it through the mine all the way through. You can see it lit up, see all the treasure points in there and so forth, the miners working away. Then eventually dumps it out onto this side where it goes into some more of John's modules.
So talk about the challenges of building something that both, technically works with all that side of it and then also looks so wonderful like this build.
Yeah, thank you for asking about that because it is incredibly challenging. Obviously, the first thing you have to do is the mechanics and get the mechanics working the way they need to work, and then you can build the scenery around it and do whatever you want after that. But yeah, it was a challenge because I had to do everything right the first time. I couldn't go back in later and tweak it because there's no way I can get to it now. And so far it's performed flawlessly throughout the show.
Very unusual for a GBC module.
Absolutely. Well, so much of the Technic stuff is with the lifters and arm supports and things like that. But we like to show that you can also do it with brick and do it just as effectively. And so, and it just opens up a whole new world to the GBC.
And you've even got lighting in there too, right?
That is correct, and you can't see it from this side, obviously. It's the camera, I hope, is picking that up all right for the viewers. But yeah, the lighting has just added a very dramatic aspect to it. You should see it at night when there's no lights on it. It's just amazing, especially when you got the glow-in-the-dark balls going through it. It's a lot of fun.
Fantastic. I love seeing these nicely decorated modules, so thank you.
Well, thank you for coming and showing this to your viewers. Again, I credit Jeremy Jensen with the artistic side of it. He's a master at doing this kind of stuff. So
perfect. We'll keep going on down then.
Hi. So here is a slow stepper module that will collect a bunch of balls and then dump them all out at once. And that makes a nice pattern for this other one, which makes the balls roll uphill. And that one was designed by Lassie Delaran. And then we go into a castle drawbridge module that is originally by Stuart Roll for the workshop, but I modified it so that you can take the castle bridge up and get out from under it if you would like.
Then it conveniently feeds them back down there.
Yes, it's really nice so it shouldn't jam. And then across the bridge we have another workshop module, the compact cart and lift, that goes into a module, the mini elevator by Sam Friesen. And then the last one I've got is a module my daughter and I designed together called Stepper Slide. And then they go into the Bulldozer.
Hello, what do we have here?
Okay, we have Brian's thing. I've just been running it. So what we do is the balls come through after they've come through there, and then we use this bulldozer to move the balls over to the next thing, which I am not very good at this, but it's a really cool thing because the kids get to do it. Here, let me show you. 2 top buttons, 2 bottom buttons, and then everything else turns. So then the kids get to play with it, and they love it. This is then the best part of the feature, that they're loving it over here. And then it goes over through the sensors. Once the bulldozer gets over here, the sensors will hit, and it'll start going up over this way. And I don't know if I'm talking about any more of this.
It's an interesting design here with these 1x1 tiles kind of intermixed with the studs. Is that to keep the balls from moving around?
I don't know. Actually, it's Brian's thing, so I've been trying to do this, but it does make it fun because it like bounces and it's a real fun design, and it's easy to find the balls too. So, but it's been a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun running this part. So,
perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And here we have a red conveyor belt module, which can handle just about as many balls as you can throw at it, and it'll lift them right on into another Brick World module. Then it goes into a simple wheel module. Then it dumps into one with little tines that take it up and push it along. Another Brick World module. And then it'll go into this Akiyuki design, which Rich built.
This module here was designed by Akiyuki, and it's a very complex, very parts-intensive module, but it's probably the most reliable module I have ever built. It's been working for over 4 years at many shows, never broken down at all. And from there, it goes into a new one I built this year. I didn't design this. It was built off of plans. It's called the Lime Tri-Wheel. And this one, neat function on this one, it actually has the output, which can be directed in 2 different directions. And then moving on from that one, they go into the Banana Gig module. It's a simple little lifter mechanism which uses the banana gears. From there into the Double Serpentine, which brings them up to the top and through the Plinko. And then from there, one of the other members of our club built this lifter module. It's called the Cradle Tipper. And just it will pass about 8 to 10 balls at a time. And then another new module we built this year was the reservoir module, which we can actually shut off if something breaks down and we need to stop the flow of balls. It's actually got a built-in switch. From that one, we go into this one here. This is one I built for Brick World Chicago about 4 years ago. It's a ball counter. Again, very reliable. And so all the balls that go through it have to be counted. They can't get through without being counted. And again, another real good, reliable one. From there, we go into one of the versions of the Brick World kits, the ball pumper. And I had another module here that I built at home, worked great at home, brought it to the show. It didn't work at all. So we just got it bypassed. Also new this year, we built the bridge. And it's just a long conveyor basically to the top. We've added on the side UV lights. So when we do whirl the lights at night, turn off the lights, it'll charge the UV balls, get them to glow. And they will make it almost all the way around while they're still glowing pretty bright. From there it goes across the clear bottom bridge so you can see them there. And then over here, Denise built this here, and it basically uses the dark azure brick separators.
Yep. So we're back to where we started then. So this is a fantastic layout you all have here. Do you know how many people were involved in total?
I think there's about 10 of us.
Okay.
Yep, right now. And I know there was most of the people here are club members or friends of club members. But there has been some people that have dropped off modules to us to be included in there. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of work.
Yes, you always see the GBC builders just working tirelessly to keep all the modules running throughout the day.
Exactly. Lego was never designed to do this, and some of them will work fine for days at a time, and other ones break down frequently. So you just have to watch it and babysit them.
Oh, there's some fantastic modules here, so thank you for your work and everyone else who was involved here. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.